storm Elsa, which has intensified slightly throughout the day from 40 miles per hour to a 50 mile per hour storm, and is looking quite well compared to what it was earlier in the day. If we take a look at it now, it is currently at 50 miles per hour, 45 knots, with a pressure of 1,002 millibars. Current movement at 26 miles per hour at west northwest at 26 miles per hour or 23 knots, which is slowing down from what it used to be. And this storm, one of its struggles getting together is how fast it was going. It couldn't really keep itself together because of how fast it was going. It was creating its own shear due to how quick it was moving. But with it slowing down, this expected to continue at least slightly. It'll be easier for the storm to get its act together, especially with the favorable wind shear and sea surface temperatures that you'll see. Current watches and warnings. Currently, there's a tropical storm warning for portions of the Lesser Antilles, while there is watches for other portions of the Lesser Antilles, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica at this current moment in time. My current intensity and forecast track, I believe this could go anywhere from Louisiana all the way off into the Bahamas and the East Coast. I am currently predicting a high-end Cat 1 at 90 miles per hour, which is quite a bit higher than the NHC, but it is falling in line with quite a few other people's predictions. So yes, at the moment I am going with 90 miles per hour. At that 120 hour mark, it is supposed to say 80 miles per hour again, but that did not update yet. Well, graphical error again, but that is meant to say 80 miles an hour. Current sea surface temperatures, as you can see, quite favorable in that oranges, which is still above average or favorable for tropical development and intensification. So if it stays in this, and as it gets towards Jamaica, it will re-enter one of those highly favorable areas. Current wind shear is very favorable for its expected track, at least at the moment. It does need to slow down because it is creating its self-inflicted wind shear due to how fast it's moving, but if it can slow down, that will become very favorable and the storm could very quickly get its act together. Current wind intensity probabilities, I'm giving it a green likelihood or a highly likelihood that it will get all the way up to 80 miles per hour even. Well, anywhere from 60 to 80 miles per hour, and a yellow area for 80 to 100. Well, only a blue for the 100 to 125, although I do not think that it can get above 125. I think there's a small but decent chance that it gets anywhere from 100 to 125. Well, of course, I am predicting a 90 mile per hour storm, which is why I have that yellow for the 80 to 100 zone in this graphic. Current surge potential, I am only going for like Jamaica, Cuba at the moment, not the Gulf. I think maybe 7 to 10 feet if it's worst case scenario, although most likely maybe only around 5 to 6 feet of storm surge from this storm. Looking at the rainfall potential in this one, and you're really only, because of how fast it's moving and the size of the system, which is smaller than normal, you're not going to really see as much rain as you typically would from a tropical system, at least in the Caribbean, maybe more in the Gulf. It just depends on how fast the system is moving and if it's increased in size or not by the time it's reached the Gulf. Current rainfall potential is, in my opinion, likely up to 8 inches with a strong potential of maybe anywhere for isolated rainfall of anywhere to 9 to 12 inches, while becoming less likely once you get over that 12-inch mark. Potential damage index is currently a stage 3 for the Caribbean, mostly the Lesser Antilles, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, those areas that are currently under warnings or watches actually at the moment. And there's a 3 all the way across in the wind, surge, rainfall. These are always subject to change depending on how the system moves and how much it intensifies compared to how it's expected to intensify, weaken, move, all those sorts of things. let's take a look at the PDI just stage zones. At the moment, I am only giving zones out for the Leeward Islands or the Lesser Antilles. But eventually, in the next day or so, you will start getting those zones out in Haiti, Jamaica, and potentially even Cuba very shortly after those. And that is all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching this update 2 on Tropical Storm Elsa. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date on the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. Thank you guys for watching, and signing off.